When you're teaching an online course, do you often include resources from around the web to enhance the curriculum or as supplemental information? With so much out there, it's easy to find videos, websites, and articles to include in your course to enhance your online lessons. What isn't easy is importing all those external resources into Blackboard and organizing them in a way that is easy for your students to navigate. With the library's Blackboard Resource List Manager, you'll be able to organize all of your course's external and supplemental information resources in one place, including YouTube videos, websites, uploaded documents, and even online resources from the library's databases. Let's head over to Blackboard to get started. To insert the library's Blackboard Resource List Manager in a content area using Blackboard Learn, go up to Tools, scroll down to More Tools, select Resource List Madisonville, rename the tool and give it a description, hit Submit, and that will place the tool inside a content area. In Blackboard Ultra, to add the Resource List Manager, click on Books and Tools on the left, and then from the menu on the right, scroll down to Resource List Madisonville, click the plus sign to drop it into your course, click the ellipsis to edit the link. You can change the name or make it visible to students and hit Submit. And then from here you can drag it into the location in your course. Let's place it in the Week 1 folder. Students will click on the link to the Resource List Manager that you've inserted into Blackboard. The Resource List Manager loads as a separate tab. There are three main ways to add items to your resource list. You can add library content, upload something from your computer, or use the Resource List Manager's Cited Tool to add content from around the web. Let's start by adding something from the library. To add content from the library, click the blue Add Items button, and then click Library Search. This will connect you to the MCC Library's search engine, Primo, which will search all of the library's databases to find you articles, videos, and ebooks that you can insert into your list. Let's search the library's databases for an article about cars that drive themselves. Let's narrow our search results to articles. And then once we find an article that we like, we can drag it into our Week 1 folder. The item is listed as being prepared, but as long as you see the View Online link, you can click on it and it will take you straight into the library's database, in this case EBSCOhost. No need to log into the databases, since you are already logged in through Blackboard. Let's see if we can find a video about obsessive-compulsive disorder from one of the library's streaming video collections. Type it in, hit search, narrow our search results to video, and once we find a title that we like, we can drag it into our Week 1 folder. Clicking on the link will take your students immediately into the Academic Video Online collection, one of the library's streaming collections, and then they can watch the video right here. Another way to add content to your list is to upload something from your computer. This can be something that you've downloaded or something that you've created yourself. Click the blue Add Items button, click File, and then click here to upload the file. Let's upload this PDF file that I've downloaded. The first thing that you will need to do is clear the file through copyright. Click Add to add the file to your list. Students will now be able to download the PDF to their computer. The final way to add items to your list is to just add them while you are searching the web. The Resource List Manager has a tool called the Cited Tool that you can add right onto your browser. The Cited Tool allows you to add items from the web right into your list. To install the Cited Tool into your browser, click on your initials on the top right, click Cite It, and then just drag this blue Cite It button up to your bookmarks section on your browser. This will install the Cited tool. Now, as you're browsing the web and you find an article or a website that you want your students to read, you can instantly add it to your reading list by clicking the Cited tool. Here is an article about obsessive compulsive disorder from the National Institute of Mental Health website. To add this article to my resource list, I'll click on the Cited tool. The information populates in this pop-up window. Let me change the type from Other to Website, and then select where I want to place the item. Let's put it in the Week 1 folder. All I have to do is click Add and Close. When I go back to my reading list, you can now see that the website is now part of my reading list. Clicking on the link will take me back to the website. The Cited tool works for just about everything on the web, including YouTube videos. Let's add this YouTube video to my reading list. I'll click Cite It, select the folder, and hit Add and Close. The YouTube video is now part of my reading list. You can also use the Cited tool to add content from the library. If you're searching one of the library's databases and stumble upon an article you'd like to add, just use the Cited tool. I'm going to click the Cited tool. It will add the information. I'm going to change the type from Other to Article, and then select the location I would like the item to appear and hit Add and Close. Once your list is ready, you can click Library Review to send your list to the library, where a librarian can make suggestions and fix any broken links for you. Or if you're ready for your students to see your list, click Publish, and that will make it available to your students. Publish your list to your course students and hit Confirm. So the library's Resource List Manager in Blackboard is an excellent tool that you can use to organize and maintain all of your external course content in one place for your students to access. Additionally, the library staff are happy to help you either set up a list, make suggestions for your list, or help you through the process every step of the way. So, ready to get started? Go to the library's Get Answers page and type in Resource List Manager to access our Quick Start Guide. Here you'll find instructions to set up your reading list in 8 easy steps, and additional training is also available. If you don't have time, the library can help set up your list for you. Just contact us at mcclibrary@kctcs.edu and let us know.